in summer MPP for Kaye. In summer Afrijamake Kaye. The disrespect, the disrespected, the current Chief Justice. How they indirectly insulted the current Chief Justice, led by Afrijamake. They sat in Parliament. They left Parliament, went on radio and TV stations, maligned the current Chief Justice, Mr. Bonny. They disrespected and insulted him indirectly. Mami were a very arrogant woman. She's a very selfish woman. This woman is so bitter. She's so vindictive. This woman, when she was made the Chief Justice, she didn't respect anybody. That is her downfall. Mami were the baby who say, when you are weighing woman to give power to a woman, weigh the woman's heart before you hand over power to the woman.
Whenever I say my PENDREAM TV there, I say them yopo.
Now, and the Deputy Attorney General, Shrimsai, Eposti BB Anopano, and Obianim say Osono Mame, Madam Torkornoo, Ekopie Court, ECOWAS Court to say. Ninseme beba ya nyina be hu say on kano kre na Chief Justice na odino na sebio nyoma bebre oyewa na otia emra enti Ghana mra eni ni die. In fact Ghana mra no eda opefe say so ye Chief Justice a nyoma bi ho edisa wo ye. Now Shrimsai anope a oposti saa die we no nipa bebre busa say na de na ekoso ewo Madam Torkornoo Osono Mame case no so na Sisiano Deneko. Now, so check the Shrimsai post here. So the ECOWAS Community Court has a while ago dismissed all of the 7 claims which the former Chief Justice, her ladyship, Justice Gertrude Torkornoo, aka Osono Mame, brought against our beloved republic. Or see, ECOWAS Community Court war Nigeria was a diano atnasing. Na mame a friend Osono Mame Torkornoo na oye Chief Justice of Ghana or the assembly command court no or the command court no say sebio or di asem no etiaye na or the Ghana court international side enso ebo amane say ende in some poly enson in some poly enson amame no ediko di ECOWAS court no ende court no atenase na sa asem nyina or the court ediko tia Ghana sa Ghana yemra na yembeyi ye ya no. Now, in respect of her ladyship's claim for $10 million or $10 million damages, the court held that in light of the court's conclusion that Ghana has not violated any of the applicant's rights under the African Charter as alleged, the court makes no decision on reparation. End of quote. Thanks again to our team of illustrious state attorneys who put in hours and hours of research to support the Republic's defense. Into the Deputy Attorney General and the Obetro Bibi Ewo the Facebook actually say, Madam Torkornoo or the Ghana ECOWAS court to say, Sebio in Sembeye poly in song Ninina say or say Ghana Sebio the fan with ye the rights ya tietia so ye gun hufi or the Kojina court the court entie sansem sono na onfa enye den emua entia Ghana na nensamon sono the territory no na say court ECOWAS court no enje Ghana for in some $10 million na ebia wu $10 million da $10 million o de bagana schema et say articulate anko 50 ayako hwe sika de gu menhia anko ho a yese otumfo nkoda hotel every say dem on so ebe ho sa na $10 million so was say 50 Ghana 50 10 Ghana etie na ma amene say yentam sa sika ni nyina fama no every say o say ye ne Ghana ye bude nim tia ne fa wudie sebio de ne kebi mamin kebi ne fapem a ode bɔ no ho ban no o say ye ne Ghana ekuro no ye nyina ya ka bom etietia de fa wudie so na ende kopie court no say Osono Mame Madam Torkornoo asema ode abesi ECOWAS court for nsaso no omo say omo hwehwe nsem no doso mu etotototo maame na no ehwe nsem no edi egige adanse nyina ende ni nyina nkosie no omo say Madam Torkornoo nsem o ka no sebi onyansanim na omfa no tufi nko eno na ECOWAS court no ende omo ye den omo eka ye nti asem ni nyina ba ewiye na ni nyina kire say Madam Torkornoo asem o rekodan ECOWAS court na all can some ato Ghana so say yanji Ghana for sika $10 million man no court say oboa na ade bia esi wo Ghana no court na a friend ECOWAS court ne say omugitum. Now mama can be nchro. Now Madam Torkornoo Chief Justice Ghana mra enini diye sebio constitution ebe finding ne say nyoma bi oyeye no sebio na entwa kwam na emfa kwam obu mra bebre so as a Chief Justice no constitution no ye bie mu no de kan ya ye didi no na Madam Torkornoo ne MPP for especially afejo makina one maami we bokosua tafribo ma nadwo no sebio na omonam Ghana ka kire Ghana say Ghana Supreme Court ne osono maami Torkornoo endi ne ye ni nyina ne say na omo say senior asem ne kan no Ghana Supreme Court no omo de no mo hu ni say Ghana Supreme Court no omo bu asem ne tia maami no na enye enwura kwan so na asem na omo bu ntanchia sebio omo bu asem no sebio abra omo anhwehwemu ankosi entitama osono maami Torkornoo ka say okọ ECOWAS Court no MPP led by afenyoma ke no de bokosua tafra na dwubia no afenyoma ke mo beka kire Ghana for say ampa was a man de asem ne ECOWAS court because and a betchere say asem na yedi the Supreme Court no sebio Supreme Court no omo de nyansa de die anase sebio omo amfa nyansa de die anase sebio omo ditia no ewo enida ho anase enye saa ende ECOWAS court for no tro omo ruling no omo ka kire Ghana for nyina say omo tie asem no agya danse na mo person ka kire Ghana fo nyina ne wiase say Supreme Court of Ghana asem mo di say Torkornoo enyoma ya na sebio entwa ye krono enyoma bi ode ne ho frefre mu keta ahye ene sebio enyoma bi a na nka wo se okoti a obeye saa nyoma no kire Ghana fo no ECOWAS court ne say Supreme Court wo Ghana no asem no mo di no krogen. In fact omo ka say omo di asem no tena ase na doma be hu krampo ne say Ghana Supreme Court ne krampo no na nka wo say omo ne sebio asotwe kese to Torkornoo so. It is a study and I will study the events sibia I unfolding na say clearly no the ECOWAS court no I reaffirm oma Ghana fo nyina ati ase say the Supreme Court of Ghana decision omugina constitution no eteki yese Torkornoo entumi nya Chief Justice of Ghana na ne nyoma bi ne kire se krono de be mu keta ahye nyabon sem disrespect bi wo mu no omo say krogen na the Supreme Court of Ghana should be respected for their decision. ECOWAS court say enye NDC dia say enye MPP dia ECOWAS court say enye me no dia ECOWAS court ECOWAS court say the ECOWAS court aka kire Ghana for say Torkornoo say Ghana Supreme Court ejina emra bi so editu ne to akonya ejina ansem so ejina constitution so almost study constitution no omaje Torkornoo anu asem omaje Ghana for so anu asem through the Attorney General no omo hu ni clearly say in the first place no the Supreme Court of Ghana judgment on the by no na krogen maami we na dadafo na maami we pese ogu Ghana Supreme Court edi ma sekeke na omo no omoto no enya Ghana nti no omoto asem no ne no kwenti no omoto nti so omo se Torkornoo enka no kore enti me no ka sei me pese be busa MPP for no say Moi, na mote Ghana Parliament, led by Afenyo Makin, any the group na mote Parliament, is some MPP for any sa group na mo say mo ye osono ma munimu nyansa na. The question here is, who has disrespected the Supreme Court of Ghana? Mikai time Torkornoo ka say oko ECOWAS court. The disrespect MPP for led by Afenyo Makin in Parliament, almost disrespecting the Supreme Court. Na me who be that. At a point, they made it look like say your Supreme Court in Ghana no, sebio with all due respect, the NPP made it look like they were a bunch of liars, criminals at the Supreme Court. But the Supreme Court, in fact, Torkornoo we asked some starting, you know, the Torkornoo went through the process. Emma Obian distracted Torkornoo. Torkornoo days are not prepared to meet the committee. She was given enough days. Torkornoo, whatever Torkornoo asked for, Torkornoo was given. The day at Torkornoo cast Oko ECOWAS court, the MPP as a political party came out indirectly to disregard, denigrate, disrespect the highest court of the land. All because na Torkornoo a juma for them. All because now Afenyo Makin to me Torkornoo Supreme Court in less than 5 hours now we need judgment. All because Torkornoo, when she was brought in, her agenda was to make sure the executive no alter free Kufuado to make sure Nana Addo Dankwa Kufuado never respected the constitution, never respected parliament. We saw how Torkornoo, time and Chief Justice Afenyomakin led MPP disrespected the constitution of the republic, disrespected the parliament which made them humans today. And we can all take a step back and go look in some MPP for Kanye, in some Afenyomakin mo Kanye, the disrespected the current Chief Justice, how they indirectly insulted the current Chief Justice, led by Afenyomakin. They sat in parliament. They left parliament, went on radio and TV stations, maligned the current Chief Justice, Mr. Bonny. They disrespected, insulted him indirectly. All because now Osono Maamia, she was being subjected to the law because na Emran na enidi. So today I want to ask, more MPP for the Supreme Court of Ghana terminal. You, the MPP, as a political party now, you decided to disrespect the Supreme Court and disrespect the current Chief Justice. No? I'm asking you, are you people one day going to go to the Supreme Court to seek for their wisdom, to seek for judgment on any matter, any political matter? Maybe some MPP for, are you guys going to go to the Supreme Court? So I say me see. Now say, Ghana Supreme Court, Mudidi Ghana Supreme Court. I'm asking you, the MPP, led by this Afenyomakin, maybe some will say, will you people ever go back to this same Supreme Court you disrespected because of an arrogant woman? Disrespected because of a woman who did not understand her job. Torkornoo basically did not understand her job. Torkornoo was basically a politician. Torkornoo did not respect anybody in Ghana. Torkornoo is a selfish brat who from day one was installed as the Chief Justice, never respected any Ghanaian in Ghana. Torkornoo made the Chief Justice position her property, disrespected senior judges she went to meet at the Supreme Court. Torkornoo disrespected the Constitution of Ghana. She basically decided to work for the MPP as a child. Torkornoo had no power to make decisions that would protect we Ghanaians. Torkornoo was just a subject sitting there working for the NPP government. Now Torkornoo became so powerful, so arrogant, she forgot herself and started becoming corrupt. Now deciding to steal public money to basically take care of herself, traveling, spending, while she knew the law more than anybody else in Ghana. So I'm asking you, the MPP, at the point, will you go to this same Supreme Court? Will you, Afenyomakin and your group, move back to the same Supreme Court to go and seek for their interpretation or whatever you guys call it? Are you going to do it? Because we have seen your mother. We have seen the arrogance, the disrespect, I'm not disrespecting Ghana for. Now, let me play the ruling at the ECOWAS court and what they actually said on this Osono Maame matter. Okay, I have it here. Let's go listen to the ECOWAS court in their ruling today. Bumi could see the Omokan war ECOWAS court and there.
While the applicant met the 5-year timeline for applying for review, but their failure to satisfy the requirements of the new facts renders the compliance invaluable, as the requirement of admissibility of an application for review are cumulative. The absence of one of them is sufficient to endanger the admissibility of the application. In the light of the foregoing, the court hereby declares that the application for revision of judgment number ECW/CCJ/JUD/44/23 delivered on the 24th of November 2023 is inadmissible. And for that reason, sitting in public, the court declares that it has jurisdiction to determine its case. However, declares the application is inadmissible and orders each party to bear the cost. The full complement of this judgment will be made available to parties upon signature by panel members.
Thank you. Yes, counsel.
Me for the applicant?
Yeah, the applicant.
You want to say to the court, in as much as some view that is matter. The intelligence issue had with this one was the issue earlier. As the court said that they simply repeated the same issue, and on that basis, we declared in the next month. We'll take the course of review other options. Thank you. And we appreciate when our friends to the students, we have to show the difference against our interest. So thank you, Justice.
Yes, I'm counsel for the respondent.
Just want to say where the well-written and well-researched ruling. Believe that the ruling was backed by law, both international rules contained the ECOWAS code. We want to say thank you so much. The ruling was well-researched. Thank you, my lords.
So basically, they see what I'm almost say. Torkornoo asked about the buyer. Say Ghana Supreme Court need the right to sit on her case. Our judges say no more and constitution clearly a catch and say Sebio no more name chakwem inti constitutional e de asotwe amano e no mugina so Torkornoo ko ECOWAS ko catch them say omon kan kire Ghana Supreme Court say omuni tumi so mbeye and the ECOWAS court catch Torkornoo boa the Ghana Supreme Court ye nyina no ewom omudi mra ni nyina so wo e na won kan kore ensama wo de ba na krampo dodo no wentube yia no obeka say ofa ahodie omutietia so enso yekohwehwemu na obi entietia ofa ahodie so o sa betwa ntro in fact e ka krampo no e wo say e ka obo eye Ghana fo no so wutua enti court no ebema eye osono maame Torkornoo ti ase say ensama obeka o court wo edigu eye den edigu eye Ghana fo ho fin edada eye court no said the obeka ye nyina na dodo no nye no kore into almost some to me entena asem we so enkasa ono wedibem na onka no kore na no de ya not Godfrey Dame and ye Torkornoo lawyer eka be 2 weeks or 3 weeks ya be di asem no judgment aba no and na ye Torkornoo se wapam Dame adenti na wapam Dame o se Dame ne 9 ye 34 30 39 40 o se Dame abon Dame eko jina case stream no we hu se Dame Ghana nyina na sana Dame o den o shop for lawyers eti Torkornoo ko fa Nigeria lawyer Godfrey Dame na MPP for sorry a say Godfrey Dame de onimumra me ka kire mo ha se Godfrey Dame he goes out he shops for judges in Ghana Godfrey Dame is ankumamo that is what they do and ntina Godfrey Dame opie free Ghana ontimi wini case bia se onim judge bia ontimi wini case da out of Ghana eti Torkornoo na Godfrey Dame na lawyer the latter part of the case of Pamo Godfrey Dame say hey sa unim hwe and okofa Nigeria ni okofa Nigeria ni lawyer so onfa no media asem last one now you see what they do now there's a new thing MPP for adopting because most of their lawyers are liars they are not lawyers are omokano correct mama make a picture hey Godfrey Dame one of those lawyers in Ghana they shop for judges Esankuma they shop for judges and what the MPP they are good at and they say especially Godfrey Dame time I know you tell general no or you ready so be quarter no afraid bloggers now afraid bloggers are now afraid Joy News for no afraid City TV for or sortioma now I catch them say I am coming to court today this is what is going to happen I know the judge might postpone the case or adjourn the case I know I am going to win the case today I need you to be at court at 2. Now, because he knows on a judge for no edin komo what shopping for no and judges no onim the outcome of the case no what they do and they say you will see say every time that Godfrey Dame attorney general no when he's coming to court it's like basically some superstar with all the media at the court what they do and they say they create the impression they first before they enter the courtroom no omudinkan create drama no abontene obepie so free quarter then they create it into so show mo you said there are some exclusive intelligent lawyers no they are not they create this thing in the heads of people say Godfrey never know the whole media is with him government na epie it is out here bontina wo hwe na wonim drama na ekoso no na wonim shenanigans na ekoso no na wonim esa drama na omo ye na you say hey this guy because one remember so-called journalists now from no more abegina or joy news for any city for no they already know what to ask him. He is prepared. And the same thing Esankuma moye and they still do it in Ghana. Do you know Esankuma? They almost appointed Esankuma to the Supreme Court. Esankuma. His law firm right now, they have downgraded him. Right now, Esankuma on your partner. Esankuma is Ananankuma. Esankuma, go to his law firm. He used to be a partner. He's no more a partner. Esankuma used to be a partner. Baby Oye Jumana. He's no more a partner. He's lying to most of you people. Angel and what association are associated. Esankuma is not more a partner. He is there. He used to be the associate partner or something. Ningina settings. Esankuma a typical judge shopper. Ebino no omo to say Instacart. Shopping judges amongst here. They know and they could follow. These were people who had meetings with judges behind the scenes before cases are called. Yentia and a Jakpa case in the Baye. We saw how Godfrey Dame went to a Supreme Court judge's house, called a witness, and tried to convince the witness to lie, to put somebody in jail. That is Godfrey Dame. In Torkornoo be Sadabi, Godfrey Dame is not as smart as people think. Godfrey Dame is not as intelligent. Torkornoo right now, no is a Godfrey Dame sana or a drama, a lawyer, a drama, a sentence. And the latter part of the case, or Pamo Godfrey Dame, or say, get out. You are a fake lawyer. You know nothing. You are just a political attorney general. It was you shopping for judges and making sure cases go your way. Until Godfrey Dame was sacked by Torkornoo. Now, MP before adopted strategy B. You see, most of their lawyers, they are most of the MPP lawyers, 90% of lawyers or more MPP, they are not smart. Now, the reality now is they have to prove themselves in court. And how do you prove yourself in court? You need to show the judges that you are an intelligent lawyer who can ask intelligent questions, who can basically break head in the eyes. Now, they are not that sharp. Most of the people of MPP lawyers, a ding, a sentence, a drama. Now, what they are doing now, say NPP for your case. Now, na case client in Sikadi, never come 1 week, my case not end because they know they are ineffective, they are not smart, they are low level, low voltage lawyers. What they will do is then they will tell the client to say they don't want to continue. Because as lawyers, footballer behind him the capacity, lawyer behind him the obit my. So you're a lawyer, now the client to go to court. If you are going to win from day one, you will know. So what they do is, because MPP for they don't understand say most of the lawyers in the MPP are not ripe enough to stand in court to make a case. Lawyers for the court tata di musika e ka be 2 weeks na yeah the judgment about also mean the and been go for that many Torkornoo because what they want to do is they don't want on their record to show say they have been to court and lost cases. Because most of them, the only thing left for them now, say I'm a lawyer. Now, you could boost our profile. Now, you say a show with you. You say, so when you're smart, sana. So what they are doing now is they don't even want to end the case. And we've been up here, could be the IHM, and we've been a Godfrey Dame, Eddie Torkornoo, and you are going to see lots and lots of those things in Ghana today. Ope lawyers are almost shopping for judges. Kofi Bentil, Esankuma, Godfrey Dame. They shop for judges. Now I'm judge no paperwork. And they were having contracts with judges. At a point, lawyers, Attorney General Godfrey Dame, he had contract with some judges. Case way for mame, nebeji way. Case way, I want this judge. Not talk on the amano. Hey, after no market to me call me pay way, me pay judge way near the amano. They were basically shopping for judges. And when you go to the judicial sector, they all know that the lawyers, the senior lawyers, they all know what was going on. And right now, their strategy, they can't finish cases. Because the only thing left for them to be relevant in their own space, and they say, oh, I've never lost a case. Some in the case, we want to make a lose a case. Oh, do you find profile? They will be picking up cases, but they will never be finishing cases. And that is what you'll be seeing, Nancy. You see a lot of them. When people lawyer will say, oh, the client in confusion into a channel. Oh, lawyer will say, they will never complete a case because they are shoppers. MPP lawyers are shoppers. No more news idea way. Because they were shopping for judges. I'm telling you. Yeah. Go for them, they were shopping for judges. And they did a lot of drama in front of courtrooms. To me, because the people they work with are the same people I work with in the courts. The people these people work with in the courts, they are the same people I work with in the courts. So I know what they do. I know that is their work. Settings, they are lying. MPP lawyers, 99% of them are weak-minded. They don't have the intelligence to win any case in court. I'm telling you. It will play out nicely. At least we all know. Say, Torkornoo. ECOWAS court for Ghana for the Supreme Court of Ghana is assembly with DNA. Ema constitution yi Torkornoo eto akonwa no omo say the Supreme Court of Ghana yen respect court no edi mmra so enyansafo ne wo ho. That decision was solid, so we are still waiting. Ebia now Torkornoo will go to Hague. We will all buy visa, get visa and buy ticket and come to Hague. Ebia Torkornoo want to go to Hague. Yabeba Hague wo ne ababe tie de ekoso Hague wo. This woman Menena, Mami were a very arrogant woman. She's a very selfish woman. This woman is so bitter. She's so vindictive. This woman, when she was made the Chief Justice, she didn't respect anybody. That is her downfall. She will go down as the worst judge, Chief Justice we've ever had in Ghana. Out of arrogance, the disrespect of Babesia, respecting yourself and respecting the people you work with. And sometimes, Mami Wenti, Ayana Ama Nipebi Srosi to me Bemama because of this woman and Jane Mensah. When we gave them power, what they did with that power. I remember when Jane Mensah, the Chief Justice for so many people are excited. The argument was that she's young. This is one that at least we can all rally around because of your bar. She has seen it. Even though on your senior judge, you skipping the brain, people from left all the way to the right, everybody came together to say, let us support Torkornoo. But we didn't know, say, sometimes when you give power to a woman, it's like you have given power to a devil. Mami we the baby who say, when you are weighing woman to give power to a woman, weigh the woman's heart before you hand over power to the woman. Because Oba, or you're dangerous, member 2 million. And this is a typical example of Oba or dangerous. There are women who are honest, who are basically genuine in their approach to issues, who are not bitter, who serve. It is a no pokwajiman. Power cannot change her. Power has never changed her. She has been the Nano Pokwajiman people have known from day one. She's still the same woman. She's the second most powerful person in Ghana. But sometimes, most of you see her and you're like, this woman, power can't change her because she's still the woman who people can still walk to. There's nothing about her that has changed. The mother in her is still there. The humility in her is still there. The respect she has for young and old is still there. You can see, even under pressure as a politician, you can see she's able to conduct herself first, understanding who she is and represent before the position. But this woman, when she was given power, this woman made us understand as Ghanaians say, so the to me first weigh her heart and who she is first. Look within, because before you give woman power, I have always said we need to get more women into politics. We need to give women the opportunity to lead. We need to also let women be powerful as men. There are women who are intelligent, smart, who need to be given that opportunity men have been given. There are so many places where women have been given the opportunity. They have proven themselves more than 1,000 men. Some places, one woman makes thousands of difference. But it should not also convince us that we should just hand over power to Oba, because some women are dangerous. And a typical example of a woman who can abuse power, who can turn power against the people who handed over power to them is Torkornoo, a very diabolic, dangerous woman, very vindictive, very political, and a serious kind of woman. And we need to be careful. Torkornoo, Jane Mensah should teach us a lesson moving forward. I want women in power. I want us to give women more opportunity. In fact, I want more women to be given more opportunities. I want to see women in higher positions in Ghana, because we have seen women who are resourceful, women who are ready to serve, women who are basically humans. They have that empathy. But oba dangerous. They be a catch Ghana for when we are giving women power. We should not just look at their credentials. We should not look at their smile. We should not just look at whatever they say. We should basically look within them. Let's look deep. That women are supposed to be given opportunities, but we need to be careful when giving power to a woman. It's very important. Torkornoo when it comes to power. Torkornoo is a politician. Torkornoo has never been a judge. Torkornoo almost destroyed our judicial service. Torkornoo almost did that. Torkornoo basically gave the judiciary to Kufuor to shit on it. Torkornoo did not respect the constitution. Every rule biana a govern the judiciary, Torkornoo technically allowed the MPP to break it down. Torkornoo allowed Afenyomakin. And we have to be very careful when we are giving some people the opportunity. This is a lesson to us.
Manever I say PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.